I joined the church in 2019 when I went for my master's, and I have always wanted to leave but don't feel a release and have had a dream to stay back. I got married a few years later to a youth pastor of another branch, and the lead pastor of where I attend still insists I worship at the branch and not at the branch my husband leads. I have been unhappy and desire again to leave, but I don't want to be termed rebellious or disloyal. Please, how can I handle the situation?
This question worries me. It really worries me. And I don't know that you heard that question. She was attending a branch. It appears it's the same denomination from the way it is structured. So she was attending a branch of a denomination and then got married. Her husband is a pastor in another branch of the same denomination, but her pastor in the branch she was attending before she got married is insisting that she should not move to the branch of the same denomination where her husband is a pastor. That your pastor that is insisting you should not leave for just to be mild and to be gentle is practicing witchcraft. That's a very gentle way of putting it. All right? It is illegal control. And that's elementary witchcraft. Even if your husband was not pastoring another branch of the same denomination, even if your husband was not attending a branch of your denomination at all right? If you left your father's house and your mother's house and moved into your husband's home, that move is supposed to be a complete move. The only grounds on which you stay in the church you were attending before is if your husband is convinced that that's where we should be going, which means your husband actually joins you in that particular church or that particular branch of your church. But in this situation, your husband actually has a leadership role in another branch of the same denomination. So I can imagine that there's some kind of power tussle going on here. In this kind of scenario, it is very likely that the pastor of the church where this lady is a more senior pastor than her husband. That's the only way this kind of thing makes sense, which also puts the husband under the spotlight in some form. And it's bully, it's wrong on every ground. It is wrong. What should this person do? What this person should do is to join your husband in the branch where your husband is, or the church where your husband is, whether it is not your denomination at all. That is what you should do. And the way to do that is to tell your pastor that that is what you are supposed to do. Say it humbly but with a straight face and leave. Do you understand me? Do you understand me? This might be causing issues between you and your husband that your husband is not even talking about. Come on, for God's sake, let's be Christians. Let's be Christians. They think that even people in the market that have stalls, that sell things, they cooperate more than this kind of scenario. People that sell slippers and sell provision, that sell the same kind of thing, who are on the same lane in the market, they are not. Sister, go to your husband. Tell your pastor that you believe that you should be where your husband is. And so you've come to inform him before you leave, so that if he does not see you, he will know that this is what has happened. And then leave. You are not seeking permission. That permission was given the moment it was okay for you to be married to your husband. Do you understand me? Do you understand me? Because we are breeding, this one is because the pastor is involved. There are even cases where it is a lady who is getting married that is insisting that this is where God planted her. And you got married to a man who attends another church. and you are using your spiritual whatever to blackmail a man. Sometimes, like, I know what the Lord showed me before you came into my life. The fact that I'm married to you does not mean that I don't have a destiny. You know, the other time when Obadiah met me in a vision, I remember everything that she told me. And you bully your husband. You bully your husband into an unbiblical posture. And then it will not look like he's the one who is trying to stand in the way of your service to God and of your ministry to God. That is also witchcraft. Stop it. When you get married, you get married. And when you get married, you follow your husband. Any man you cannot follow, please do not marry. Thank you very much.